think it's a 50-50. I do really rate Costa. I think he's durable. I think he's got a chin. And I think he can bang. I just think Izzy might have the edge. And it's not going to be no grappling or wrestling match, that's for sure. I just think whoever's come prepared, whoever wants it more and whoever, I'm at 50-50 right now. I was 60-40 Izzy a few weeks back, but 50-50 right now, I don't know. But Costa's looking really big. I don't know if he's going to make the weight. He looks huge.
I just got a message that the style bender is following me. What the f? There's 3 people I've ever wanted to meet in the UFC. 3. Just 3. And I've had the honor of meeting 2 of them. 1 and number 1 and always be number 1, Nate Diaz. 2, Dominic Cruz. And 3, the style bender. I haven't met him yet. One day I'll get the honor. Those are my 3 on my list, So I've been honored to be graced with the presence of Nate Diaz. I've been honored to be blessed with the presence of Dominic Cruz. I got 1 more to go.
Looks like I'm clear. No antibodies. I have not caught COVID yet. Not yet.
Everybody
Guard it like this, and it's going to be really important for me to take my outside leg and put it over the top like that. It can't be underneath. It has to be over the top like this. You see? Right here. And all I do is I'll leave fighting. Go ahead. Try to get me in that direction.
One second.
Wow. Alright, I'll show you how. So, all I have to do is get my foot over the top, and I gotta get control of this wrist over here. And so a lot of times what I'll do is I'll put this leg in the middle, right here, and I'll start to fight. Once I get my wrist control, then I'll take this foot out and put it back on the ground, and then I have him. Like that. It's okay that you like this. So we're in here. I grab you here. I get that wrist control, and then I just float you right over. So the key to the move, right, is the transfer of my weight, is hips, like that. So we're in here. I'll go there. And there's nothing that's stopping me from hitting his shoulder. Once he hits his shoulder, I'm pretty much out. Now, I've trained going into an angle lock off of this, and then coming here, boom, and immediately into here. That's that rolling shit. So again, we're here, boom, push, boom. And here. Here's the trap.
I was surprised to hear you say that you'd be honored to welcome Jon Jones to the heavyweight division, considering you've trained with him and it seemed like you guys were buddies. Obviously, it's not personal, but why would that interest you?
Well, I don't have bad vibes with him. I just think it would be a good fight. Mm-hmm. And again, I don't have, he was actually very nice to me while I was at Jackson's. But I don't have difficulty fighting former teammates.
How do you think he would do at heavyweight?
I think he's going to do good. He's got my body frame. He's strong. He's technical. He was kind of flirting with the idea for a long time. Right? He did very well against Orlovsky at the time.
Jones versus Stipe, who wins in your opinion?
That's a good fight. I don't know. Could go either way.
Jones versus Francis, who wins?
Could go either way.
No picks from you.
No.
You don't do picks. Alistair versus Jones, who wins?
Me, of course.
it's gonna be a very interesting fight. Khabib is a grinder, man. I never see nobody train like he does. He trains a lot. He's a very he's a very strong religious Muslim. You know, he doesn't drink. He prays every day on time. He follows everything by the book. You know, he's a very good heart guy, and he loves fighting, and he trains. And it's going to be a tough match for Gaethje. You know, Gaethje has to be careful, because if you let Khabib put your hands on you, he grinds you until you're exhausted. You know, you can't go to Khabib like he normally Gaethje does every single time with everything he has on the beginning, because Khabib has an amazing ability to grind his way to victory. You know, and it's very difficult to resist his imposing game.
I've always said Gaethje is probably one of the toughest guys, because when you look at a guy like Khabib, like, you think the only way that you can beat a guy like that is knock him out, land that one punch. Do you think that there's a BJJ guy that could possibly neutralize him, like, from what you've seen?
It's very tough. You know, an MMA fight, Khabib that's why he's the champion. It's extremely tough to beat him. It's not easy. He trains a lot of jiu-jitsu too. Like, he trains every day jiu-jitsu a lot. Mm-hmm. You know, I had opportunity to train him here when his fight was in Brooklyn, so he stayed with us. You know, and he was actually coming here to stay with me for his last fight that got canceled. You know, and amazing soul, very dedicated athlete. With him, there's no BS, there's no bullshit. He goes and he trains hard every time. He carries his whole crew with him all the time. Yep. He has constantly 6-7 guys that are his training partners. You know, all fighters, all very tough fighters. You know, it's an amazing, amazing soul, man. Amazing soul and amazing fighter, very dedicated in doing what he does, you know?
What's up, guys? I wanted to give you an update on what's going on with me. And I'm still working through some of the things myself. We're still working through some more testing. I have not gotten my colonoscopy and endoscopy yet, which really just can rule out everything, kind of, you know, put the cross the T, dot the I. But one of the things that I can report is that there are no signs of colon cancer, colitis, or Crohn's, which are serious irritable bowel diseases. We're weighing towards more like irritable bowel syndrome, as well as the prolonged effects of having the bad gallbladder while going through 2 bad weight cuts. You know, one of the crazy things that I never knew is that, you know, when you have a bad digestion and you eat food, fruit, even vegetables, and when they don't digest properly, they ferment in your body and poison you, which is crazy to think. But allowing me to know that some of these things were causing some of the serious brain fog and some of the serious body inflammation I was going through. So I appreciate everyone for supporting me and really just coming to share their stories with me or their experiences or anything. Please keep sharing. It's allowing me to have a process of elimination on finding out different things that people have gone through to figure out how they diagnose their disease or their illness, or just their bottom line problems and how they can, you know, make small life changes. So I appreciate everyone. I will keep everyone posted on me. And thank you so much for the support. Thank you to UFC and Dana for reaching out. I truly appreciate it. I'm glad to work for such a great company to help me.
And what was your reaction when you got the name Khamzat Chimaev as your next opponent? Obviously, I'm assuming you have now heard of him, right?
Oh yeah, I saw his fights. I had heard of him, and as soon as they told me, I was like, yes, most definitely yes.
Why most definitely yes? I would imagine there are a lot of people who might not say that right now after seeing his first 2 UFC fights.
Because I'm tied for the most submissions in the middleweight division in the UFC. Ariel, I am the kryptonite to his Superman, all right? Everything he does well, I can turn that into a bad situation for him, and I'm going to show everyone that on September 19th.
Now, obviously, a massive fight, massive stakes. You're fired up, but in reality, you're getting, 2 weeks to prepare for it? In a perfect world, would you have preferred a little more time?
I mean, maybe in a perfect world, Ariel, but it's not a perfect world. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've been fighting since 2007. I got almost 50 fights. If I don't know how to fight by now, what am I even doing? And like I said in a different interview, if he was to show up right now in the parking lot, we can scrap it out right now. You know, I'm a vet. I got plenty of tools in my tool bag. I'll figure it out.
Why, Dada? Why?
This is business.
This is my sweat.
I know, but I did business.
Shut up! Shut up!
This is business.
Hey!
I invested the money.
Stop talking! I will kill you.
Sorry, sir.
Hey, Dada.
Eh?
Why?
Business.
Oh.